Daniel opens his eyes to sunlight pouring across luxury furniture and a king-sized bed. His last memory is falling asleep in a cramped, dark apartment in downtown Chicago. He walks over to the bedroom wall and finds dozens of framed photos. He is smiling brightly beside a woman and holding a little girl he has never met. The bedroom door swings open. The woman from the photos walks in, hands him a coffee, and kisses his cheek. A moment later, a little girl runs in yelling, "Daddy!" and hugs his legs. Daniel immediately backs away. Emily sees his panic and looks terrified. She quickly pulls out her phone to call a doctor, whispering that his memory has disappeared again. Daniel's internal memory completely contradicts the physical world around him. He is isolated in the life he doesn't recognize, surrounded by people who claim to love a version of him that doesn't exist. His phone vibrates with 2 messages from an unknown number. "Don't trust anyone in that house," and "They've already erased you 12 times." Outside, a black SUV pulls up to the curb. 2 men in dark suits step out and stare straight up at Daniel's bedroom window. The anonymous warnings and the men at the curb suggest that Daniel's confusion is more than a medical lapse. Someone is watching the house, and they've been here before. Emily watches the men from the window and admits a terrifying pattern. Every time Daniel starts to remember his past, those men arrive. She opens a bedside drawer and pulls out a small leather notebook. The first page is in Daniel's own handwriting, warning him not to let them take him. The pages are filled with short, frantic instructions. They list the doctors, the black SUV, and a hidden basement room. Daniel has no memory of writing any of it. Heavy footsteps climb the front stairs. A fist pounds on the door. A calm voice calls out for Mr. Carter. Emily turns pale and whispers to him that Carter is the name they give him every time they reset his mind. Daniel is caught in a cycle of manufactured identities, where his only reliable ally is the recorded desperation of the versions of himself that came before. Emily grabs Daniel's hand and pulls him downstairs. She unlocks a small wooden door under the staircase and hurries him into a dark, dusty basement. She pulls a specific book from an old shelf. The entire structure slides open, revealing a secret room concealed behind the wall. Inside, the walls are completely covered in photos. On the far wall, a giant calendar shows every year since 2019. This timeline maps his existence across dozens of different lives, different wives, children, and cities, all running from 2019 to 2022. The timeline nodes collapse onto a single recurring date. June 14th is circled in red every single year. Daniel's phone buzzes heavily one last time. The screen confirms today is June 14th and warns that his 13th life ends tonight. Daniel is a prisoner in an experiment that forcefully resets his existence on an annual schedule. A metallic crash shakes the room. The hidden doors splinters open, and one of the men in black steps inside. He looks at Daniel and says, "Welcome back, Subject 17. The man tosses a clinical folder onto the floor. The front page shows Daniel's current alias and a record of 12 successful memory resets. The man claims that Daniel was never kidnapped. He says Daniel volunteered for this because he wanted to forget his past. The man presses play on a small voice recorder. Daniel's own voice fills the room, demanding to be reset if he ever remembers the truth. The basement lights cut out. Red emergency sirens blare overhead as a mechanical voice announces a total failure of the memory lock system. These men follow Daniel's own orders. He designed this facility as his own psychological prison. The broken lock releases a flood of repressed images. Daniel sees a sterile laboratory consumed by orange flames and a terrified little girl named Lily trapped in the center of the fire. He was the director of Project Lazarus. He authorized the experiments that led to the explosion and the accident that killed her. Daniel sprints up the basement stairs to find the girl, but the house is silent. The furniture, photos, and family have all disappeared. The living room is empty except for a television screen. It shows Daniel's actual body unconscious in a hospital bed, while a digital timer counts down the final seconds. The neighborhood and the family were part of a simulation. It was a holding cell Daniel built to hide from his own inescapable guilt. The timer on the screen hits 0. The house dissolves into darkness. Daniel opens his eyes. Blinding white lights shine down from the ceiling of a laboratory, where doctors stand around his bed. He tries to recall the house, the family, or the name of the girl in the fire. He remembers nothing. As the doctors wheel his bed away, a nearby computer monitor refreshes. A new file titled Subject 18 appears, and the next simulation begins. Daniel is condemned to this loop. He will briefly rediscover his sins, only to be wiped clean and forced to live the lie once again.